everyone, it's Christina and let's do a little bit of our stitch wheel. So we're doing laid stitch, so I've got to do a split back stitch around the edge, so we're doing acorns. Now according to Cathy, we're doing split back stitch. It's it's not satin stitch, because on the back of satin stitch you'll have all your stitches looking the same on both sides, but in this case laid stitch is where you come up one end, and when you go down the other end it should have little stitches on the back. So let's get one acorn done here. So I decided that I liked the green of the green acorns, so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so we're going to do one stitch all the way down. Now, as I was saying, with satin stitch you'd come up over here, but with laid stitch you come up here and come back up next to it. Now I'm using the whole 6 strands, so it's relatively thick, but I've realised I've just kind of missed that one there, so I'm just going to come up in there, put one right in the middle. There's the thing about a bit slightly thick thread. And now back to this side. Now what Cathy does when she's finished this is she puts some little French knots on the top of the acorn. And I imagine, I didn't watch the video that far, I just saw that this was a stitch I could do relatively well without watching the whole video. That's one acorn. So then I will come over here and do this one. Okay, so there it is. It's got little split back stitch for the little stalks, little French knots for the caps, and then the laid stitch. Now the next stitch is detached buttonhole, and we've got a teardrop shape. Now we're doing a back stitch but not split back stitch, and we're trying to keep them all the same distance apart. That might be difficult for me. I don't find I can do that very well, but I'll give it my best shot. Okay, I've done a row, I've done 2 rows actually, and I've come to the end. Now I've got to come over this way. Now, coming through the next stitch, and I couldn't find an embroidery needle, but I've got as blunt a one as I could find. Now you're going to come through the previous stitch above and under there. So we're not going through the backing. And I was watching someone the other day doing this stitch and thinking I wanted to try it, so there you go. Isn't that magic? I'll actually link her little thing below in the video because she's making a sampler that's got all these little cute handbags, and she uses this stitch on one of the handbags. It's so cute. Probably shouldn't have done mine as tight. That's what I mean about not all of mine were uniform, unfortunately. Might have to have a little help on this one. Get it to sit up a little bit so we can get this through. Can't. Oh, I'm just going to have to probably just do it in the one before. I'll skip that one. So I'm going to come under this one. It's making it a bit wibbly wobbly. So I'm going through the previous stitch and under this one. As best I can see with my eyes and my glasses. Now you know what I think. It actually looks like a face with the hair. All right. I really didn't make these stitches big enough. Might have to come under and out the other side. Right, so this is meant to be under like that. So it creates a little stitch. Under and over, in, under and over. Oh. Isn't that supposed to be a loop though, like that? I think it is. I can guarantee if I'm doing it, I will have forgotten and will mess it up. but I do like it as an idea for hair for sure. Now I'm getting in the swing of it. One of the things that happens is I'm watching it, I'm watching someone doing it right-handed, then attempting it right-handed, but then somehow through the middle getting into my stride as a left-hander. So, sorry, that's really probably absolutely confusing for everybody else, because I started doing it upside down and now I've ended up doing it the right way up. Lay that across. That way. Loop, de-loop. Loop, de-loop. That looked like a big loop-de-loop. Just finishing this last little row. And just finishing it off on the back. Now I know it's not perfect, because really I think if I was going to be doing this I'd use probably larger. I'd be doing it larger so I could see it a little bit better. It's actually got a lovely texture about it. Quite like that. Alright, so we've done laid stitch and detached buttonhole today. Getting there. I've had a couple of weeks off. Maybe I should do a third one. Okay, I decided not to. I thought I would show the last bits I've added to my big piece. Right, so I know it's hard to see, but here is the text on the satin. I'm going to give it an iron and it'll flatten down. Still a bit undecided, because this is obviously I pick it up, I do some stuff, and then I just, you know, put it down again. Giving it some breathing space for some creative inspiration. So I am actually thinking it might end up with some flowers around, because it's all about butterflies and sunshine, freedom. Then it frayed a lot, so where is that part? Here, see the fray? I ended up couching down a really long bit from the side. It was like, if anyone's had Turkish fairy floss, that's what it's like. It's really thick. It's not like the pink candy fairy floss. It's very long and stringy and thick. So I've couched a whole heap of those down there. I've added another bit of bullion and some buttons here. What else? Oh, I was mucking around with this piece, so I've ended up putting that down there on the side. That's where I've gotten up to. Still, I think, a very long way to go. This was just one of those creative mess arounds. This was the first bit of sewing on the new machine, so the heavy duty machine. And I almost want to be able to flip it and show the back, because I was so excited that I finally had a machine that looked the same at the front as the back when you sewed with it. My poor old machine. So yeah, I really enjoyed putting these matching the different types of lacy edging together here. So, anyone has any ideas for this pocket, let me know. And definitely, I might make some, oh look, honestly, I feel like there should be flowers here, so I might make something like this that can be put out, attached over the top perhaps. That's probably where I'm going next. I just made a whole heap of avocado dyed papers, but I stuck some of this lace in, and they're downstairs so I can't show you, but I did stick some scraps of this lace in, and they've come up quite pink, so I'm kind of thinking there might be one or two of them here. That's a good idea. I'll be doing that. I also had a little strip of this backing that's in there and a bit pink as well. So that's where we're up to for today for Thread Thursday, and I hope you're having a great week and everything's going well, and I'll be back maybe Saturday for ephemera shorts, if not Tuesday for Tag Tuesday, and I hope you're enjoying how this is growing and coming along, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.